Welcome to Messages for the Signs for the week of September 20th. This video is for Sagittarius, and I am Tammy Toshanik. And what do your guides want you to know this week, Sagittarius? I don't know if you can see that. There's a robin in the tree out in front of me. I don't know if the camera can pick that up or not. So he will be joining us and giving us messages. Perhaps Robin is a message for you, Sagittarius. It showed up during Libra, left at the end of Libra's reading, came back for Scorpio, and is still there. So, we shall see. And I'm using 9 cards this week, Sagittarius, so I can't pin them to my board, if you're wondering. Oh, my goodness, did you hear that? That was that one wants to come for you. That was a bird hitting the window, not the original guy that's still sitting there, but another one. I think I'm on to 5 birds so far in the last couple of days that have hit my windows. And no, my windows aren't that clean. I think they are chasing each other. I only had to bring one in for a respite. The rest seem to be okay and fly away. Alrighty, so we have Between Worlds, Observers, Soulmates. Oh, Between Worlds, Sagittarius. The place where none of us like to be, and yet we must be there. It's part of the cycle. So this is just coming up to be, you might be thinking, oh, this again, this is so long. When is this going to change? And of course that can be for current circumstances. It could be for your own personal life. It could be your business. It could really be just about for any situation, Sagittarius. This is just validating for you that your feelings are in fact valid, that you aren't imagining it. You are in the midst of a transformation. And when we are right in the middle of it, it feels like it's never going to end. But of course that's not true. Everything ends, everything shifts, transitions, becomes clear. And so this, I think, is just validating for you. Yep, that's where you are. It doesn't mean you'll be there tomorrow or next week or next month, but for right now in this moment, that is where you are. Become an observer. So what might be happening here is that you've become a little, your emotions are driving this bus, especially if you're feeling, again, that you can't see ahead. No man's land is the feeling that Between Worlds evokes. And so when observer comes up, it tells me that you are too attached to the outcome, and or you are too emotionally invested to be able to see clearly. So pull yourself back, become an observer, become like the robin, and sit on your perch and look at everything around you from that unattached, unemotional, calm place, and then see what you can see. Soulmates comes up because there is a teacher, a mentor, a friend. I typically don't go the romantic route with soulmates, although of course for some of you that is what will be happening. But for many people it will just mean, I mean, for some of you I'm actually getting that message. This is about your spouse as well. So you might be having issues there. Something I usually don't say, but I just got that message, so I'll put it out there. But for many people, it is about the teacher, the mentor, that person you consider who is wise, who you go to for help. And because Mercury will be retrograde here in another week, we already start to feel that energy anyway, days leading up to it and days after it. And so I feel like this is someone from the past too that might be coming back up. So someone who you look to for guidance before, perhaps haven't been speaking with very much lately. They might be coming to help you through this process of becoming the observer and help you through this middle place that nobody likes to be. Alrighty, and then we've got Compass, details, and come together. Interesting, soulmates come together. So this is about a partnership here. Again, for some of you, this is, I'm going to bend my rule, this is about your spouse or a romantic partner, because The pairing of it is what's telling me that. And there's the two penguins, there's the two giraffes with the big heart up here. There's hearts all around the penguins. And again, even though I typically don't read that card in that way, I'm getting the nudge from your guides to tell you this is about your spouse. So we've got compass, which is about trusting your intuition. And how are we intuitive? How do we bring that intuition to the surface? Well, we must become unattached and unemotional. You know, fear, pain, high emotion blocks intuition. So we've got observer and compass. This is telling me, again, emotion is riding or driving this bus for you, Sagittarius. So let's see what we can do about that. Details. Interesting going with the observer too. Even the coloration in the cards is very similar. It's kind of a gold brown with sort of a pink tone here. So the coloration is even the same. And details, that tells me then you must look, because in observer, the fox is holding I don't know what the correct word is. It's not a telescope. We'll just say it's a telescope. And then in details, there's a magnifying glass. So what are you not seeing, Sagittarius? What do you have to look at? And if we put it with the relationships, perhaps you're not looking at someone clearly, or you're refusing to see a relationship in a clear way. Again, this is asking you to pull back, right? When we're looking at something, even though details means come closer, right? Look closely. There's also still this state we must maintain, because when, again, we are in heightened emotion or fear, we won't see anything, even if we're holding a magnifying glass to it. So there is this element of come closer, look closer. However, don't become a part of what you're looking at. Still maintain that objectivity. Oh my goodness. So yes, definitely something going on here with partnership, with relationship, lover, spouse. You've got spiritual union and come together. So this could be that you're feeling rejuvenated in your relationship. Some of you Sagittarius, that you feel like you're coming together to work through, you know, life's issues and challenges. And then you've got financial and material changes. So this is leading me right to details. Be sure with whatever contract you are signing, or whatever financial decisions you're making, maybe you're taking out a loan or something like that, be sure you've read the fine print. Now, this also leads me back. I don't know why I'm going back with Mercury retrograde for you, Sagittarius, but I feel like this is affecting you. I feel like it's affecting all of us early. And in Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde, I need to slow down too, asks us to review, asks us to, if we are to sign a contract or sign any legal papers, that we read and then reread, and if we don't understand, to make sure we ask questions. It doesn't tell us not to sign the thing, not to sign the contract. It just says, be sure you know what you're signing here. So this is interesting. I just got the message too for some of you Sagittarius. This is actually about getting married. Being sure that you know, perhaps there's a prenup here, perhaps you're commingling your finances. Just be aware, you know what you were doing, you know what's going on. And then you've got the waiting game. So between worlds and waiting game, they're both here on each corner, and this is just reiterating that something feels like it's taking too long. Which is interesting, because with spiritual union, come together, soulmates, all about relationships, partnerships, I feel like something changed there very quickly. Yet you have the waiting game. So this could allude to two different scenarios for you, Sagittarius, or for some of you. And you kind of got to go with the one that works for you here, since this is a general guidance. But yes, it does feel like you're questioning, like, why is this taking so long? And in the waiting game, I don't know if you can see this in this light, there's roots here, and then something is coming from that. And there's that old thought that when we plant something in the ground and we're wondering, when are we going to see it? You know, if you're planting a vegetable or something and you put vegetable seeds in the earth, we don't dig up the seeds to see how they're doing, right? We just trust that everything that needs to happen is happening. So this is asking you to do that as well, to trust in the process. Interesting, interesting. So I hope that helps you, Sagittarius, and you can choose a card for further message if you like. And the Robin is still there, patiently waiting. He's trusting. There's your message. He's trusting. Okay. Interesting. So we've got 1, 2, or 3. If you chose 1, Sagittarius, the waiting game. Basically that card that I just picked up to show you. Again, I apologize for the light. Maybe if I'm going to have to figure this out if I sit in front of this window. The waiting game. So yeah, just validating for you that this is, and oh boy, what did I just say? The Robin is being patient. Okay, there you go. There's your message from your guide today, Sagittarius. Be patient. So much is happening below the surface that you have no idea of. So trust in that process. Love it when that happens. And then if you chose 2, you've got truth. And so truth of the relationship is what I want to say, because we did see all of those relationship cards come out. So I feel like a truth came out. It doesn't mean it's going to break you apart. It could bring you stronger, or it could make the relationship stronger. You could be stronger together. And the number on here is 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. In numerology, 2 is the card, or 2 is the number, of relationships and love. So, and actually 2 on the waiting game. Oh my goodness, 2 for all of them. Okay. So this is about relationship for many of you, Sagittarius. Oh my goodness. That is a very clear message. So be patient. Things are working themselves out. They're working through. Oh, so this, I'm sure, must make sense to some of you, because what are the odds? Pull 3 cards and all 3 have a 2. A 2, 2 plus 0, 2, and a 2 again. So intuition. You had the compass card as well. Trusting. Going to your intuition again. How do we bring that intuition up? We become unemotional, unattached, calm, at peace, curious. So this is saying trust in your intuition. So if you're really feeling like you're sort of, again, stuck in that middle and you're wanting to see what's coming, then use your intuition, but only if you are in that state. Because if you are bringing your emotions to it, intuition will be drowned out by your heightened emotion. Very interesting. And there's in this card of intuition, again, I don't know if you can see, there's this disc here. And in compass, if I remember correctly, it looks like a compass. It has the disc shape as well. Truth has a almost like a 2-tiered round tray. And then there's the roundness as well in the waiting game here in the sand timer. So interesting. That might be another message. There's a lot of around. Are you building some type of meditation circle or labyrinth? This could be ring. This could be unity. What else does the circle symbolize? Infinity. Interesting. But definitely a relationship element here with all these 2s. Love. We are moving into the energy of Libra right now. And Libra does love. Libra's love. Even though you're Sagittarius like love as well. Very interesting. So I hope this helps you, Sagittarius, and I hope to see you here next week. Take care.